Good day, sir. I am Evil Bautista Lumampao from DSIT 3BA, and this is my final project. It's all about create login program. A simple user registration and login script in PHP and MySQL. First, how to register, log in, and log out. All you have to do is complete the registration form, after which you may log in into your account. Second, you've successfully registered to log in. Simply click the login button. Click login. You can log in immediately if the user has previously registered or has an account. This picture will appear if you enter the incorrect login or password. After logging in successfully, simply click log out to close the software. Your email address, password, and username will be saved in the database table on PHPMyAdmin. Number 2, login program code function. First, create database. A database can be created with PHPMyAdmin by logging in, selecting the database tab, typing in the database name, selecting the database button, or by running the following query. In our instance, we made database called users. Number 2, creating a database table. To create a table, run the SQL query below. Third, creating a registration form. Just make a page called registration.php. And this is the code of registration.php. And I will explain each by one what are the function. First, doctype HTML. The doctype declaration provides information to the web browser about the HTML version of the page. Link rel is equal to stylesheet. href is equal to style.css. The link tag specifies that the link between the current document and the external resource. Require_db.php. All content, code, and markup from the specified file is transferred to the file that use the include statements. If I set $request username, we use this code to request the storage of user submitted data, because when a user submits a form on your web server, the user entered data will be sent. Username or strip slashes request username. This function can be used to clean up the data that has been retrieved from a database or an HTML form. Username is equal to MySQLe real escape string con.username. This method produces a SQL string that is valid and ready to be used in a SQL statement. Email is equal to strip slashes request email. Similar to how username works, password is equal to strip slashes request password. Similar to the email and username features, it will ask to the state the entered data. And trn data is equal to data, the day on which it was registered. Insert into user, close open parenthesis username, password, email, trn data or date, values, username, passwords. It is employed in the query that inserts data in the users table, consists of the username, password, email address, and trn date. This will be produce a result stating that your registration was successful and providing link for you to log in. The MD5 password. This message digest algorithm is a cryptographic system that is utilized for message authentication, content verification, and digital signatures. The MD5, the message digest algorithm, accepts arbitrary length message as input and output 128-bit message digest or fingerprint of the input. The MD5 algorithm is designed for use in digital signature application where a huge file needs to be compressed safely before being encrypted using a private cryptographic secret key under a public crypto system like the RSA. And last, form. The login format was as follows. For creating a login form. These are the code in login.php. And this is the code in creating a login.php. Query is equal to select asterisk from users where username is equal to username and password is equal to .md5 or password. Is employed to enter the chosen data in the database table, and MD5 is a Postgres feature that converts a string to 32 characters of text by using it as an argument. The value obtained in hexadecimal is retrieved. It performs quiet well in terms of security. MD5 will not accept integer values. It will only accept string values. Result. If the login is successful, it will reroute the user to index.php. Echo div class is equal to form, hr username /password is incorrect. Click here to arhref is equal to login.php. This serves to alert the user when their username or password is entered incorrectly, allowing them to make the necessary corrections and log in successfully. Form. This HTML code was used to build a form that may be customized on the website. Not registered yet. Ahref is equal to registration.php. Register here. In the event that the user does not already have an account, this was used to propose that they create one before login. 5. Connect to the database. Make a page called .db.php. This serves as the link between the form and the database, which contain the data that was entered. Con is equal to MySQL is connect localhost root login system. This section is used to locate our system login. This section is used to locate the root that will link to the forms. This must be provided in order for the database we want to utilize to store the data we have entered. If MySQL connect error, echo failed to connect to MSQL. MySQL connect error. This purpose of this code was to ascertain whether MySQL was operational or not. It will notify your website that it was unable to establish a connection with MySQL. 6. Authenticate login user. Make a page called auth.php. Session start, close open parenthesis, must be used to start this session before you do anything else that could cause the user on your server to see browser output. From the server perspective, a session in a whole idea only upon a request or close open parenthesis get /pause or etc. May your client view modification made to the $sessions variable. By default, the contents of the session superglobal variable are matched by the serialized data associated with this session in order to remove any modification made to session back into the memory of another PHP script. They will be instantly saved as an encoded file in your server-side PHP script. The process of authenticating users with a set quantity of keys, token, or other credential is known as a user authentication. The effective completion of authentication process is contingent upon the user providing legitimate credentials. After successfully establishing their identities, the user will be granted access to the system as authorized users. Creating index page. Make a page called index.php. The index.php will appear after successful login. It was titled Welcome Home and was linked to the style.css file. It was instituted at the top of the website. The body of the text will read welcome. Enter the username you created, such as welcome Juvil/14 and include the phrase. This is a secure area. After the welcome username, to log out of your website, click the logout.php link that appears at the bottom of the welcome username. Creating a logout. Make a program called logout.php. This was utilized to exit a website that required a login. Creating a CSS file. Make a page called style.css. Body. This was only used to design the form's body. Font family is the text typeface. Background image is the picture you wish to use as your website background. Height is the background image height. Background position is the location of your background, which could be in the middle or elsewhere. Background repeat. It is used to indicate whether you wish to have a repeating backdrop or nothing. If left empty, multiple instances of your background will appear on the screen. Background size is a field to transform the background into a cover. Position is suit in the line with its typical location. A relatively positioned element will be moved from its original position when its top, bottom, right, and left properties are changed. Clearfix. A clearfix is a method by which an element automatically removes its descendant elements, ensuring that you don't need to add extra markup. It is typically applied to vertically stacked items that are floated in a float pattern. One solution to the issue of zero-height containers for floating items is to use clearfix. A is noted since choosing a tag inside the side nav would essentially suggest that it would be for a ahref or a/a tag in HTML. A double colon hover is brought up because you essentially want that at A to have an underline. Form was applied to create the design of your form. Width is the breadth of your shape. Overflow is black and the remaining material would be seen. Margin, the element's container can be set to automatically center it using value. The element is the width widened to a predetermined point with the leftover space being split equally between the left and the right edges. Padding is employed to generate space inside any defined boundary surrounding an element's content. Border radius is employed to draw a circle around an element's outside borders. Transform allow you to rearrange pieces. Input was applied to style a certain kind of input. Error P will appear and be colored red when you input the erroneous username or password. H1 was made with the intention of centering the form's heading. for listening. I'm hoping that you have learned more about create a login program. Thank you and God bless.